daily rituals. Here's an example of some of my rituals. Get up at a certain time, start my podcast. I usually listen to a sermon or something that my church has got out right now. We're doing a series on the book of Proverbs, so a short 10-minute on that. And then one of the other podcasts that I listen to, such as Focus on This podcast or Business Made Simple podcast, or a number of the other business and productivity ones that I like to listen to. Coffee, make the bed, go to the bathroom, shave, shower, and start work. One of the things I've done this year is I actually turn my water to cold at the end of my shower. I got that tip from Dan. And then I have my Workday startup. Now, this has changed a little bit since I first did it this way, but I start my day, take my tablet, we'll go into that, and I go through my 5-minute journal, which is basically going through a list of different things that I'm grateful for, what would make today great, and then I'm affirming something. In other words, I'm taking something that's a biblical truth, usually from my quiet time or sermons I've listened to, and I'm affirming that in a manner that is positive. So, for example, 1 Thessalonians 5:16 says, rejoice in the Lord always, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you. Actually says, be joyful. So I've affirmed that here in this section. I am always joyful, prayerful, and thankful in all circumstances. And the reason I've written that is not because I am, but because that's what God calls me to be, and that's what I need to be. So by saying that, instead of just saying, I am great, I am awesome, that's not what I use affirmations for. I'm using them to state and to reaffirm a biblical truth that I need to remind myself of and focus on. And here's another one. I am so grateful for ... Again, I'm trying to change my mindset and my attitude to being grateful and being more positive. And it's amazing how much more productive you will be and can be when you're thankful and when you're positive and when you're grateful. So that's part of what I do. Here's another one. I am capturing every limiting and negative thought and replacing it with a positive, good, and true and faithful thought. So that's from Philippians, where Paul writes, whatever is true, whatever is pure, whatever is noble, lovely, excellent, think about such things. So that's part of my morning routine now, and this was a new habit that I started. Now, I used to do this. You'll notice if you go to my daily pages, I had a gratitude list here. So I was doing this before, and I have my quiet time and a scripture, etc. Okay, there's the same scripture again. See, I'm really working on that. But now I just do it in this journal, and this forms the basis of most of my morning routine. So daily rituals, workday shutdown, which is basically just putting an end on the day. I've worked from home for like 20-something years. A lot of you have just started working from home due to COVID, and you're enjoying it. But one of the downsides of working from home can be that you're always on, and there's no end to the day. And it's really important, if you want to be productive, that you have a set start time and a finish time, and that you put an end to the day, whatever that time is for you, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, that you wrap the day up. And what I basically do is I'll take a look at my productivity score for the day, number of hours I've worked. I'll go through and I'll tick off what I've done or haven't done. Okay, so here's a good day. We actually did some things on Monday. I did my weekly preview. I did some financial stuff, and I did some visuals for my webpage, for the marketing agency services page on my website. So I did that, and this is how I use the daily pages.